Hi and welcome to my PlayHouse, and today we're gonna try that rate controller in the Tiny in the Datacenter, but just to mix it up a little bit, I have some other weird jobs. Oh, something is falling here behind me. Some other weird jobs that I wanna updates and stuff. So if you wanna jump forward to the rate controller, I wouldn't blame you, but first. Last week's video we were trying, or I was trying to take this apart, and I did get some good suggestions on how to do that. Unfortunately, most of them was totally useless because there's no way to take this blue thing off. It goes under the black thing. I did have one good suggestion that came from the back here. Someone had seen that there were 3 screws down here and only 2 screws up here, so there would be a screw in the middle of this label here. I thought that's actually not a bad suggestion, so I tried to get that label off, and in fact there's a hole for a screw, but there is no screw and it's not fastened that way. And I made this little hole. It's really ugly. I have to cover it up with a piece of gaffer tape or something now. But there was nothing there, so it's still a mystery. But it was a good suggestion, and I was hitting my head why I hadn't tried that. But now I was lucky that wasn't it. So it's still weird as heck. So yeah, there is that. Other thing, I have gotten a new car. It's there. I've gone from black to white. So yeah, I must admit I have been occupied. Getting a new car. It's always nice to get a new toy. I don't like getting a new car or buying it because I'm always afraid of getting cheated. I don't know why, because it's a Seat Leon 1.6 TDI diesel. I don't really care that much. It drives really well. So cars are expensive here in Denmark. So this one it's used, it's from 2014, so it's a blotchy old one compared to a lot of stuff. I'm putting in pallets in my pallet burner. This bag that was about to fall over a little bit ago, I have been cleaning it because there's a snail down there, and once in a while you have to suck up all the loose bits down there. I need to see what you see. Okay, there is the motor for the snail, and well, we could actually point the camera down there, and you don't have to imagine it. Okay, there is the motor, and bridge down there. Can you see that? Can we? Oh, that microphone is in the way. Maybe we can focus through here. There it is. Okay. So down there at the bottom of that, a lot of dust can collect, and that is not good. So I took the vacuum cleaner and I sucked that up, and now I'm filling it up with pellets again. And I thought that might be interesting. So the pellets is in this magazine down there. I have removed a lot of crap that the manufacturer has put in there. There's like a mesh, so that you can't get your hands in the snail and stuff, but yeah, it makes it impossible to clean it. So naturally you take all the safety crap and you disassemble it, just how it goes. So it comes with this thing, which is nice to put the pallets in there. So you put that in there and it sits like that, and I hope you can see how that is useful. So then you take your bag of pallets, half bag of pallets, and this is quality of the USA. So, and now that's where all this dust come from, because I don't know where else to put it. So and most of it disappears into the thing. So now we can turn it on and it will start burning a little bit, and a little bit. It actually takes a while. So, but yeah, good to go. Okay, so I might have cheated you a little bit on the car here. Cars are expensive in Denmark, and this one was 59,900 Danish kroners, which is the same as $8,650, a little bit less in euros, but it's a very nice car. I have trouble with the parking meter here. It falls down. I reused the one from the old car, so that is that is actually a kit for when you get hurt. So the car sensor has gotten hurt, so it's getting a bit of assistance. It's an old car, so it has small things here and there, but it looks really nice, and they have cleaned it really well. And it has a nice entertainment system, which is apparently too old to get really good updates. But yeah, we're messing with that, or I'm messing with that, and not sure that is what my videos are gonna be about. I ran into a bit of an issue here. This is a package of cigarettes. I don't smoke, I have never smoked, but it was in the back of the car, and I don't know what to do with this. So it has been there for a while, so I'm a bit, do I throw them away or do I give them to someone who actually smokes? Isn't that just pure evil? Well, let me know in the comments. I haven't decided yet. So you didn't get any more about the car because it's bloody cold out there. So right here we can see that it's 3.8 degrees outside and it's 15.8 inside, and that's why I have turned on the wood burner over here, which is making noises in the background. But let's get to the main point of the video. So here is the server which we installed Linux on last week. Most of you like the Linux jokes. I know I might have been a bit mean, but at the office where I work, I have been sitting with the Linux team for quite a bit, and yeah, they are surely as evil as I am. So we have a lot of good fun. It's all friendly and funny, just messing about. I have another good joke for you. Underneath here is an HPE server. Do you know why there is no O in HPE? Well, because that would give you hope, and there is no hope. Never mind. Okay, let's remove that card in here. It's underneath there. I need both hands. So just to recap, I purchased this nice rate controller card from money generously donated from my patrons. Thank you very much. So here it is. And it didn't work in the Lenovo Tiny project that I was working on. And so we moved it in to this, which is a Lenovo /IBM X3650 Model 4, and I tried to fix the card in Windows and I wasn't able to, so I had to install Linux on this server, and we did that last week, and I managed to fix the card, although I had to reduce the speed of the SAS thing here. But now the ports are enabled, which is a lot better than disabled. So even if it's not running at max speed, I'm gonna test it out. Anyway, we're gonna put the card in that was in there before, because I have, well, actually I just removed it. I have a new Dutchy hard drive that I need to test at some point. So, and I used this HPE card for that. There is only HP, not even an E. I'm sure the E is for evil. I don't know. I'm just making fun. They have put the connectors right there. That's really nice of them. A little bit short to get to. This is a nice HPA, and it's very helpful when you need to test out individual disks, because in a RAID controller it doesn't present the disks as disks, it presents them as virtual drives, which is exactly what a RAID controller is supposed to do. But for configuring them, an HBA is needed. Okay, we are filming the screen again, and that is because today's sponsor, Bargain Hardware. Yeah, if you want to try and start copying what I'm doing, I can recommend Bargain Hardware, especially if you're in the UK. But as you can see, if you're a business in the EU, you can buy from Bargain Hardware without import VAT, which is all the crap that us normal people has to pay to get stuff from the UK after they decided that they didn't want to be in the club anymore. So, for example, desktop PCs, we're gonna be messing around with a Lenovo Tiny machine. This one, well, that's Tiny machines. These are rather expensive Tiny machines, but they are just always expensive. These machines, they keep their price really extremely well, which sucks when you need to buy one. The one that we're gonna be messing about with today, yeah, I think it's one of those M93p. I think it's one of those that I have out there, and yeah, that's really cheap, and that's probably why it's not in stock. Also, we are messing around with a RAID controller, so components, and we have storage controllers over here, and there's RAID controllers, and there's Dell storage controllers, there's HP storage controllers, IBM Blade storage controllers, other storage controllers, and RAID components. So if you're in need of a storage controller, it's a nice place to go check it out. Sometimes you might get lucky. Some of these cards are normally priced, let's just call it that, but if we go, well, there's a good example there, something very specialized, a controller for a Blade server thingy, a Hewlett-Packard DL360C, costs next to nothing. So you might just get your this could be very expensive if you were trying to find it somewhere else, but as Bargain Hardware has probably been taking apart a lot of these, they're selling it for next to nothing because there's not really that big of a market for it. So you can be really lucky, and you can be, well, some of them are not as, well, this one is actually extremely cheap. That's actually a really good price. This is a really good RAID controller for a DL380 Generation 9, 24 euros, oh pounds, 24 pounds. That's not expensive for that RAID controller for a server. So yeah, Bargain Hardware sponsoring today's video. If you use the coupon code MyPlayHouse, small letters, on your way out, you get 5% off of your purchase. Woohoo! Okay, out here in the data center, we are in luck. No one has cleaned up since we were here last, so we don't have to start all over. Video lighting. Oh, there was something magnetic. This card becomes very warm, so I have this little fan we're gonna be ready to use as soon as we're in. Yeah, down. So RAID controller goes into the Tiny machine. I need to check if the serial code for this Windows installation is on the back of this machine, because I'm tired of it saying that I don't have a license. It is. I can use that. I have written that down, so now I can put that in. So we put our HBA. Did I call it a RAID controller? I have a tendency to do that. Sorry. And we have our connection to the drives. Bit short, that's why we are here and not somewhere else, because I purchased this cable and it was not that long and I didn't have many choices of that cable. So let's get this little fan blower ready as well. We are getting power from that over here. There. Okay, it's kind of in the way, so you can't see what I'm doing, so I'm just gonna hold it for a second. I'm gonna turn on the power supply down here that powers the card up here, there, and power this, not server, the Lenovo Tiny machine. That's powering that on as well, and start the fan blower, I said start the fan blower. Apparently the fan blower is out of power and is waiting to be charged. In the meanwhile, I could turn on the monitor and see what we're doing. Yep, we're doing something. Okay. It's doing something that it didn't do before, so something has changed, definitely. Okay. It's checking a lot of drives. Is that could be a 10 terabyte drive, couldn't it? That's megabytes, that's gigabytes, that's terabytes. Yep. It already seems like we are doing good. It seems like it's checking all the drives. So yeah, as there is like 48 drives down there, this could take a while. I don't know if I can. It kind of asks me if I want to check the drives. Maybe I could cancel it. It might be a better solution than checking all of these drives. Okay, I had actually only just turned off the camera and then it was ready to log in. And if I can do my password, we can get in as well. Oh dear, Windows has found error on drives and asks me if I want to do a safety copy. This is in Danish, sorry about that, but yeah, I know some of these drives are rather dodgy. And I can now put in my code, so I could activate this machine, which is probably not a bad idea because it keeps telling me that I'm running an illegal version and stuff, and it's not good for camera work. So yeah, I'll try that. My Windows 7 Danish version is now activated. Awesome, thank you. So now it's not going to be bothering me as much anymore. So let's see what we see on the drive front here. That one. Oh, we see a lot of drives here. Funny enough, it sees all the drives that it didn't see before, because all of these rather dodgy 10 terabyte Hewlett-Packard Enterprise drives here, which I have tested because they were dodgy. I've made Windows partitions on them and they of course pop up now. Some of them are rather full. Probably drives that I have been using for TIA plots. Maybe we could check that. Yeah, they are full of TIA plots. I have copied those, so it's not an issue. But let's see what. All the 3 terabytes are nowhere to be found. So let's see if they are under Disk Manager. There is definitely a lot of drives here. Yep, there is also a lot of 3 terabytes. And we are seeing 48 drives. Da, da, da. Is that in drive 0? So we should have 49 if 0 is also there. That's our boot drive. So we see all the drives. Awesome! This card is becoming extremely warm. I can't touch it anymore, so I need to fix this. So luckily I don't have to wait. Really? So the battery is just so depleted that it couldn't run. Okay, we don't need a battery in there. I was going to change the battery to something that worked. So, but it blows without the battery, so we're just going to use it without the battery then. Okay. This worked the last time. It was just enough. We can actually still use that battery. We can direct the airflow down on it. Yes. There we are. Dutchy as heck. Okay, here's a nice overview of all the drives. Let me zoom in a little bit. You can see the first drive is the boot drive. That is 59 gigabytes. It's really a 64 gigabyte boot device. Then there's a whole lot of 9 terabytes. That is actually 10 terabytes. And then there are some 10 terabytes. There's 3 of those. Those are actually 12 terabytes. And then down here there's a whole bunch of 2774 gigabyte drives, and those are 3 terabyte drives. So that I have added to a piece of paper over here. actually the cardboard box that the HBA came in. We need some lights over here. I like this. Okay, so we have those 64 gigabytes boot drive, and then we have 12 terabytes. We have 3 of those. We have 11 10 terabytes, and we have 34 3 terabytes. So those sizes. I've written them down again. That boot drive is 0.064 terabytes. We don't need to count that in. 36 terabytes, 110 terabytes, 102 terabytes comes to a total of 248 terabytes plus 64 gigabytes in this tiny machine. Now let me reframe that. It's not inside of the tiny machine, it's connected. The tiny machine has 248 terabytes of local storage. The local storage is actually locally located underneath it. So yeah. So this was an easy win. The HBA works now after we enable all the ports in it, and it sees 248 terabytes of storage, which I would think that this tiny machine is probably the tiny machine in the world with the most storage. If you disagree, leave it in the comments below. Other than that, check out Bargain Hardware. You heard about them earlier in the video. And other than that, thank you very much for watching my videos. Do subscribe to my... Oh, could you like the video, please? That would be awesome. Do subscribe to my channel so that you can see me again, and have a really nice day. Bye bye.